guess what? The Kings got a damn W. We're going to talk about that. This is a W, unlike most of the other ones that I'm actually good with. Excited, all that stuff. Unlike some of the other ones where I was like, oh, that's a very crappy, kind of scrappy one. Oh, snap, you sound good now. Okay, cool. I see you putting in the effort, no apology needed. General Bucket, a.k.a. hold up, Miguel. Tell me I got that right. Tell me I got that right, bruh. I didn't even look. You know your boy just like that. I'm feeling good now. We got my music going, you know what I'm saying? My boy General Bucket 916 is telling me, hey, Kurt, you sound good. I'm like, man, I feel that. I receive that. So I'm going to give that right back. And we're going to talk about these Kings, man. Finally, I'm excited. I mean, when I say tech issues, oh my gosh, like my damn, I could go to turn on the game. I'm dealing with all these tech issues. I'm like, I think I got the tech issues good. Haka, asa, ra, ra. You know what I'm saying? Knocked them out. Turn on the game. Can't get in, bruh. I'm like, what's going on? Go to the app. Password don't work, bruh. Someone changed the damn password. They changed the locks on the damn door. But we Kings, bruh. They can't hold us back from the kingdom. They being my stepdad. But that's cool, you know. We family. We share passwords, bruh. Holla at me. Man, these Kings won. Let's go. These Kings did it, yo. They won 107-99. I'm not going to delay you guys too long. I'm sorry about all the long-winded intros that I usually have. I won't waste too much of your time at all. We're going to get right back into it as soon as I get my mouse back over here and I get my screens back over here. Here we go. All right, so we're missing Marvin Bagley, already. So when, in less than 10 games in, and one of your starting guys, especially your starting big, your premier big man goes out, that's a hit to any team. That's a hit, Even the Warriors, you say, what about the Warriors? The Warriors, nah, even the Warriors is hit. We ain't even gonna talk about how awful they are right now and how injury ridden they are, but they got hardware. They only so sad about it. Us though, we ain't got no hardware, bro. So these things hit us real hard. Alejandro, what did you say? Let's go Utah. Hey, I got love for Utah, but we Kings here. I know it's in Stockton, bro, but that's because I saw G League team Sacramento, baby. I got love, but shout out to Dono and shout out to my guy, Mike Conley. I love Mike Conley, big Mike Conley fan. Well, we back to these Kings though. Along with that, let me come back over here and let me just bring this music down just a smidge more for the boy. So let's take a look. Let's break it down. Now, let's go across the quarters real quick. This was interesting because for me, I missed a lot of the first half because I was blind. I couldn't see. I was listening to Gary Gerald. God bless Gary Gerald. He's a saint. That man is incredible. And been at it longer than Grant Napier. And Grant Napier been here I think he has been here for 33 years. I think he might have been here the first year, but Gary Gerald been doing it longer. So shout out to Gary Gerald. And my dude, Jason Ross. I be up in the KHTK in the morning chat causing trouble. They know who I is. They know who he is. Shout out to Tap 2K. He couldn't be here. He sleep. He's a hard-working man. 24-21 in the first, so they got us by 3. Second quarter, 25-25, so we tied it up. And then it was that third quarter, and we know notoriously we are terrible in third quarters. I'm not even going to pull up the Basketball Reference stat. I ain't even going to dive into all that. It's just, if you've been watching eye test alone, Kings are terrible in third quarter. Fam, a 35-21 third quarter against Portland. Now, granted, they don't have Nurkic, but they still got Dame, and they still got CJ. And Whiteside is Whiteside, but, still a big body to bang with, and they still got him too. So, Bogdanovich on fire. Yeah, man, we're going to talk about Bogey. Bogey's my favorite player. Harry Giles is my second favorite player. I know some of y'all be like, they ain't even the best players. Don't even start. Bro, I love hoop. I like who I like, okay? And I'm attracted to a certain type of people. And those type of people are people that are passionate but not toxic. DeMarcus Cousins, Draymond Green, too passionate to the point of toxicity. Even Russell Westbrook, and I love Russell Westbrook. He was my favorite player in the league for 2 seasons. But same thing. Even he could be toxic, but a little less to a degree. Bogey, fiery, not toxic. Giles, fiery, not toxic. And then finally in the fourth quarter, they did come back on us 29-26, but we held the tempo. We controlled it down to the end and squeezed out the W. We can go ahead and let's take a look at team stats, because that kind of tells a big story. I know we want to jump into player stats, and we're not even going to take a look at any of the leaders though. But I always like to look at team stats in the game because they always tell a bit of a story. They say numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, but they don't tell the whole story. So guess what? I fill in the rest of the story for y'all as much as I can, because like I said, I missed a lot of, the third quarter. I was listening to Gary Gerald run the play-by-play on the radio. So field goal, wow, how interesting. And again, this is another tale of the tape. It's very interesting. So we both had 44.2%. Excuse me. I guess they were probably a little higher, so they might have been 44.25 and we was 44.22, whatever. But what you'll notice is that we made 38 shots, so we made 4 more shots than them. They made 34 shots. But we shot 86, so we had more shot attempts. They had less. That is a testament to the type of defense that we were playing tonight, and I know that's been something that we've been trying to kick around more, something that, that we heard buzzwords about, but we weren't seeing much of. We looked very confused on the floor from the offense and especially the defense. Well, all that is turning around now, thank goodness. So we could see it there. Another thing was 3-point attempts. Luke said, running and gunning, we're going to shoot the 3-ball more. Well, you can look and you can see right there that we got up 32 threes on a team that shoots a lot of threes. They only shot 2 less than us, but neither team shot the 3-ball very, very well, but we did make some key threes at very poignant and key times. So we have 34%, which is below league average, and especially for us, if you saw last year, we were one of the highest percentage 3-point shooting teams, but we were one of the lowest in volume as far as shot attempts. We weren't attempting a lot of threes, but we were hitting a lot of threes at a high clip. And then they shot 30 3-pointers. They only made 8, so that's 26%. So they shot even worse, and that's a big thing because especially for Dame and CJ, especially Dame, he takes a lot of 3-pointers, and when they don't drop, that's a big problem for them. Free throws, we shot a higher percentage, but they shot more, so they got to the line more. They made 3 more than us, and they attempted 4 more than us. So, but we shot 76.9. They shot 76.7 from the free throw line. For us, we struggled with free throws big time last year. Free throws rebounding were like big issues for us last year. Free throws rebounding and defense. All things that we seem to be addressing here. Assists, they had 15, only 15. That's a lot of isolation ball. And again, that does show that something that they're struggling right now with is their roster. I did listen to the Locked On Kings podcast with Matt George. Shout out to Matt George. Really cool dude. Always used to be up in like his stream chat when he was streaming a lot, and and talk to him. He was actually going to be on one of our episodes before the season started, but now neither of us have a lot of time, and especially him. He's very busy right now. But always makes time to talk when I go to the games. I hit him up, and he always will chat with me for a second. So super cool dude. Listen to his podcast if you don't. But he's a part of the Locked On Podcast Network. So they have a podcast for, as far as I know, every team in the league. So he had the Timberwolves guys here. He needed a podcast with them right before Fox got hurt. And one of the things that the Timberwolves dude was saying is just that, like, outside of CJ and Dame, like, can't nobody on the squad really get buckets. Everybody was taking steps back. Rodney Hood got hurt. Kim Bazemore ain't hitting like they thought he would. And John Collins took a step back. Of course, if you guys remember, we drafted John Collins and swapped with them, swap picks, and they drafted Justin Jackson for us, and they drafted Harry Giles for us. So we did a pick swap with Portland. Portland's been good to us. Been a good, Portland and the Grizzlies. They have been, when you're a team in purgatory, you got to find other, small, because the bigger teams, the bigger markets, they just going to try to get everything they can out of you. They'll never want to give you a fair deal. But if you find the smaller markets, that's who you make friends with. And through doing deals with the Grizzlies and the Trailblazers, it's been good business for both teams. I am paying attention to chat. So my homie General Bucket 916, my homie Miguel said, we need Buddy to catch fire from three. I think that's what we are missing. The defense was amazing tonight, and I fully agree. We do need Buddy to catch fire from three. He's progressively getting there, kind of working himself back into it. I'm not concerned about Buddy, just because of his mentality alone. Shooters got to shoot. He shoots. He works. He goes to the gym. He works harder than anybody else on the Kings team. But even with all that, the fact is that the results got to be there, right? So what you said is still true. We need him to catch fire. My only thing is I'm not too concerned about it because I believe he will catch fire. And I think it's going to be, honestly, with this lineup, relying a little less on Fox, relying a little more on ball movement, guys finding guys, and then really getting it. So, it's crazy. On a night like tonight, sometimes, it feels weird saying that maybe it's a good thing Fox is out, because even Katie Christensen on the after show made a good point of like, hey, guys are going to play straight up basketball since you're not relying on a certain guy to, fill a certain role, and guys are going to take what the defense gives them and just kind of play some more loose, kind of free-flowing basketball. And I agree. Katie Christensen has some very astute takes, probably one of the most level-headed analysts, that I listen to in hoop, period, in sports, period, really. So I hope to continue to see her climb and get success, because she's really good at what she does. Rebounds, we did out-rebound them by 6, but still 46. Now, the offensive rebounds is always key to me because I'm big on second chance buckets, especially with Bags being out, because Bags in that second jump, how he be grabbing boards and then up, and then up and then up, like he got that. And to not have that, Rashawn Holmes comes in and fills that role really, really well. And Nemanja Bjelica has been down there banging too. He's been finding himself down there. If he's not way out on the 3-point line, he'll find himself under the bucket a little bit more, and he's been helping tip balls out, just kind of putting his body on guys and just making it a little harder for them, putting his body on guys, softening them up for Holmes to be able to grab the rebound. And Holmes himself is very aggressive down there, likes to box out. So that's perfect for what we needed to address. Steals, 9 steals to their 4 steals. Interesting blocks. It was a tie, 5 blocks each team. And turnovers, we beat them. We had 3 less. And it's good to see us take care of the ball. Around 14 turnovers. You want to have as few as possible. I would be like, hey, if we had 11, that'd be great. But is what it is. So 14 turnovers. We're gonna take that. And that kind of tells you, just overall, and not to mention, and I want to make it clear, they did, Portland, they did kind of have just a bit of a poor night. Like, we did play some good defense, but the fact of the matter is they were clumsy at the free throw line, and, for spurts at a time. Excuse me. So it was kind of interesting. We'll go ahead and we'll look at their stats first. So Dame still put up 27. An efficient 27, honestly, 6 of 10 from the field, only like 2 of 5 from 3. So Dame only shooting 5 3-pointers does speak to defense, because that is not his normal MO. And I'm down to actually see if we can tap on his name and just kind of take a look at what his average for attempts are. So Dame is, okay, so let's get closer to this year. Okay, so 2018, Dame's 3-point attempts, he was making 3 out of 8, which is not a great percentage. 36.9. That's league average, but as many as he tanks, we would think, oh, Dame shoots higher. Now, as of right now, for this season so far, he's putting up 10 and he's making 4, so he's at 39%. That's much better. But tonight, again, that will speak to the defense, holding Dame from where he's usually taking 5 to only taking half of his free throws. And even from last season, when things kind of level out, 8, and we held him down to 3 less attempts, that means he's not even taking them. And Dame is a chucker. I love Dame Lillard. I love his mentality and all that stuff, but that boy, he's worse than Steph. He will just chuck a shot up. He'll just like, enough of them going in to where he feels like it's all good to do that. So anyway, just kind of wanted to point that out. That does speak to defense. I didn't realize he had only attempted 5. CJ McCollum had a very bad 3-point shooting night. He only made 1 out of 5. Although he did put up 24 points, which is expected from him. That's normal CJ. He was the one taking the bulk of the shots. He took twice as many, a little over than twice as many shots as Dame did, with 21 attempts, making 11 of those. But yeah, him clumsy from the free throw line. He only made 1 out of 4. Dame at the free throw line was 13 out of 14, so he was almost perfect from the free throw line, and that all makes sense. I'm not even going to talk about CJ McCollum's rebounds or anything. And not a whole lot else that he did that was interesting. Dame had 1 block shot. He had 1 block shot. Dame had 2 steals. It's expected. Now, this dude, Hassan Whiteside. So I'll give him props for having 17 points in 20 minutes, too, which is nice. He was 7 of 9. So, it was efficient. 3 of 4 from 3. Can't really ask for much more. 7 rebounds. Very solid. So, as not great as Hassan Whiteside has been, and he wasn't great this game. He was good, but he was like kind of scratching good because sometimes, like I said, the numbers don't tell the whole story. I found him out of position a lot. I found him not giving full effort a lot of the time, especially on the defensive end. And I did see him kind of put more effort on the offensive end, probably to punch his numbers up because, these contracts don't last forever. And I think next year is his last year before he is up for another contract negotiation. Let us continue. Kent Bazemore, 32 minutes, only 12 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Goodness gracious! Like I said, y'all, some of them shots just wasn't falling for him. And we did have some good defense flashing out, contesting shots, all those different types of things. But he did have 5 rebounds and 3 assists, 3 turnovers there. That hurt. Dame had 5 turnovers. That hurt. But Kent Bazemore. For people hear the name and just think a little bit more of him, but I was paying attention to him even when he was down in ATL, and I could tell you, like, even ATL, the numbers that he was getting, he wasn't starting in ATL in last season and whatnot. He was coming off the bench, and he was not playing well. He wasn't playing dang near a lick of defense. It was very rare, and his offensive output was really just volume stuff. Kent Bazemore has far fallen from, what he had been out in Golden State. And I forgot where he was before he got traded down to Atlanta. But I guess we can always look. Let's see. Where has Kent Bazemore been? No, he'd been down in Atlanta for a while. That's right. He was with the Clippers. Yeah, he was in ATL for a minute. But yeah, you can just kind of see look, he's been averaging somewhere around 11 and 10 and 12 points. He isn't. People hear the name Kent Bazemore and think so much highly. Shooting from 3 hadn't been terrible. In 2017, he shot 39, but it was on 4.2 attempts. It was okay. Then he went down to 32. Right now, he's shooting 37. Expect that to level out. We don't really need to go through the rest. Their bench did nothing for him. 6 points, 5 points, 3 points. Scal had 18 minutes, got 3 points. I love Scal Labissiere, but that boy ain't doing himself no favors. What's his name? Ain't even playing. Oh, yeah, that's right. Mario Hezonja. I forgot he was alive. 22 minutes, 2 points. Gosh, Mario Hezonja is a bust. Jeez Louise. You just get nothing out of him. John Collins? Is John Collins hurt, or he just not in the rotation? John Collins is playing so bad right now, he's not even in the rotation. And that's what the dude said. The dude, when I was listening to the Locked On Kings podcast, the dude from the Locked On Trailblazers podcast is like, John Collins played himself out of the rotation. I was like, when John Collins played us last time, he was setting these hard screens and he was working us. That dude ain't even in the rotation no more. That's a straight DNP, bro. Look, Rodney Hood is injured right now. Injury/illness. What, D&D? Bro, this ain't Dungeons and Dragons. Dude not doing nothing. That's what he do. D&D. Dude not doing nothing. And I was pining for Rodney Hood to be on our squad. That's the funny thing. All right, we won't belabor this. We're going to get out the way with all this. So, jump back over to our side. Buddy Hield, 37 minutes, 20 points, 7 to 21 from the field. Only 2 of 11 from 3. But he did put up the volume. He put up 11. He kept shooting. And that's what we got to do because it's only a matter of time. A shooter like Buddy Hield, he got a fluid stroke. What he got going on right now is mental. The stroke is still the same. It's kind of like Bogey. Bogey started off that slump earlier this year. He didn't change nothing about his shooting. I mean, like, and he said the confidence was there the whole time, but something mentally clicked. I don't know what it is. And now he's shooting that same shot, but it's dropping. 4-4 from the field. We still need to get Buddy Hield to the line more. He's one of our best shooters. If Buddy Hield's three-point shot ain't dropping, we need to work with him getting to the cup so he can get fouled. Because he's better at going to the cup now by far than he was 2 seasons ago. Last season he started to show it off. But we need him. I don't want him to be James Harden, but he needs a move kind of like Dame. He needs a like Dame. Dame got a move that'll get him to the line. All the premier point guards got a move that'll get him to the line. Buddy Hield needs a move that'll get him to the line because on the days that his 3-point shot ain't dropping, I want to see him more like 7 for 8 from free throw or 8 for 8 from free throw. Even as much as 10, and that's a lot. That would mean he have the ball in his hands a little bit more. But when Fox is out, shoot, you should. But he was still a plus 10. One offensive rebound. He had 4 rebounds, 3 turnovers. That's not good. 1 assist. Nemanja Bjelica at 35 minutes, 19 points. Thank you, Belly. 8 of 14 from the field, bro. 3 of 7 from 3. That's Belly work. I like it. 12 rebounds. Belly had a double-double with 4 assists to go on top of it. That's delicious. Harrison Barnes, 32 minutes, 16 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. That one, though, was a beautiful corner 3 right when we needed it. I believe, if I remember correctly, Cory Joseph had gotten him the ball. Blam, he just knocked that thing. That was either Cory Joseph or Bogey, but I believe it's Cory Joseph. Knocked that thing down, man. It was beautiful. Had 4 rebounds, had 2 assists, had 3 turnovers, 1 steal. My man, Rashawn Holmes, that's my man. He's a dog. 11 points, 5 of 6, 1 of 2, plus 10. From the plus minus, y'all know I don't love plus minus. Here's what it is. When it's positive, I call it out. When it's negative, I'm like, I don't never. 10 rebounds, 1 assist. 1 steal, 2 blocks, and then Cory Joe. Now, this is the interesting thing. It's very obvious if you're looking at it with me. Cory Joseph, 37 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. So the only 3-pointer that he took, he hit, and those were his only points. Didn't have a whole bunch of assists. Had 4 rebounds, had 3 assists, had only 2 turnovers. That's Cory Joe, responsible with the ball. 1 steal, 2 blocks. 5 personal fouls. Now, you could very see where Cory Joseph effectiveness came in the game. He was a floor general. He's getting guys the ball in their spots where they should be. And he was very aggressive on defense, making Dame Lillard's life a living hell. And I had said this. I said, if Cory Joseph's going to start and he's going to be effective for us, it's going to be him not turning the ball over a lot, him getting the ball to the right guys, and then him being a pest on defense. And sure as hell, that's exactly what he did. And it was extremely impactful, extremely impactful, and helped us big time tonight. So big shout out to Cory Joseph for stepping up in the minute. I know that, the points and everything, you would like your point guard in this day and age to score more, but he's a pure point guard. He's a guy, he's not looking to score more. And I remember my man General Bucket said, Serbs put in work tonight. That's right. My Serbian brothers. I love Bogey. Love Bogey, and I love Belly too. But it's just and then Tap had brought up something the last time, and I was in the chat kind of talking to him about it. Gotta go for the night, but I'll catch you on YouTube tomorrow on the drive. That's what's up. Hey, Miguel, I appreciate you so much, man. Have a good night, bro. Rest up, get some rest. And I might be in the chat. I'll probably be up early, so I might be in the chat in there with you, Sacktown Breakdown, or as myself, Skipitosh. We'll see. Take care, bro. Thank you so much. And yeah, the video will go up shortly after this. That's and Taphead was making the point about, did you see that exchange between Cory Joseph and Bogdanovich? And Bogdanovich was hot in it. And I was like, yeah, I saw it. But I saw, not only did I see it, I saw through it. And I know, Tap at the time was thinking back to before. And we don't want to forget the past. That would just be almost irresponsible of us to forget the past. But we also have to recognize that today is today. This is a whole new coaching staff. This is a lot of different new guys, new system. Yeah, Dave Yeager, would kind of let that type of stuff happen. But Dave Yeager's gone. Luke Walton's here, and Cory Joseph is here, and Cory Joseph has a ring. Harrison Barnes has a ring. Trevor Ariza has a ring. So when these guys are checking guys, this is good stuff. This is the stuff you want, because you know that they are having the conversations that we didn't have before when things were going bad. And everybody was just like, oh, whatever. And all these guys like, nah, hey, I run the offense. You're hot right now. But you're not running the offense right now. I run the offense. And I will find you where you like it, and I will get it to you where you like it, and you will score, and we will win. Because right now it ain't just about you being hot. It ain't about just me respecting you. It ain't just about you respecting me. It's about us getting this W. So let's get this W. Follow my lead. I know how to get the W. I got the hardware. I know you got the hardware over there. I know. That's why I want to play with you, because we got hardware. But let's work together and get out your head. And let's get in the game. And that's what Cory Joseph did. That's what that conversation was. We need those conversations. You heard Coase talking about how, or Luke Walton talking about how Coase talked about it after, but how in practice, he said, I ain't gonna name no names, but that's why we have people like Trevor Ariza, because we're doing drills, and one of our guys didn't want to box it at the end of the drill. He said, and Trevor Ariza got into him in some very choice words. He said, and that person's performance translated. And he said, that's the quality and the value of guys like that. People want to talk bad about Trevor Ariza because he's not the same Trevor Ariza as before. We didn't sign him to be the same Trevor Ariza as before. And guess what? Even the Trevor Ariza we have now is actually reliable and solid. Of course, he started the year off bad. He's a vet. Most vets don't have their legs yet. He had a back procedure that he had to get done, like some sort of tumor or something taken off of his back. So he already got stuff off his back. Y'all get off Trevor Ariza's back, please. Get off Trevor Ariza's back. This man is a damn champion. And he's here, and he want to be here. And he's close with Rico. Get off of Trevor Ariza's damn back. Respect that man. He came here to help us win. Stop damn moaning all the time. Man. Kings fans, I love y'all. I'm one of y'all. But y'all drive me crazy sometimes. Y'all, I get it. Not everybody's into hoop this much or that much. And we got guys in the plus minus and stats all up to date. And then we got guys that just want to drink the beer and blah, blah, blah. I got it. I get it. Okay? But calm yourselves down and recognize we got champions here. Okay? We ain't champions yet, but that's why you got to bring former champions in to help us get there. Get off of Trevor Ariza's back. Thank you. And get off of Harrison Barnes' back, too. That man is playing his head off for us. Can't even find guys. 2 seasons ago, we had effort issues. You don't see no effort issue from him. He plays hard every damn possession. Get off his back. He stayed here to help us. And the money ain't coming out. Well, technically the money's coming out of your pocket, but it's not coming out of your bank account. All right, you pay for the tickets. You don't got enough money to pay damn Trevor Ariza and the Harrison Barnes. Let them men live. Those are good men. Let them live. All right, and us, let's just support this team that we like. Support them. Stop talking so bad about them. Anyway. So, yeah, Cory Joseph was very effective for us tonight. The end. Bogdanovich, 31 points, 31 minutes, 25 points, 8 of 19, 3 of 8 from 3, 6 of 7 from the free throw, plus 11, 10 assists. A distributor, a ball handler and distributor, truly a playmaker, not a point guard, not a game, practice. Not a point guard, a playmaker. And that is Bogey, a true combo guard. Don't make him into a point guard. And more often than not, let him be a shooting guard. But when you need him to be, he will be your combo guard. And that's when he can cause trouble. Because is he going to try to score? The people switching in the defender got to keep that in mind. Is he going to try to distribute? Where's the pick coming from? Oh, we didn't switch right. Get the guy in the corner. Ooh, drop the backdoor pass. Ooh, picking to belly. Man, if y'all watch tonight, y'all understand why Bogey is my favorite player. He is one of the highest IQ guys, if not the highest IQ guy we got on the squad. And not only that, but he's got the guts. He will step up to the moment. He's not afraid. He's not afraid. Not only is he not afraid, he wants it. I love guys like that. Yogi Ferrell is an unsung hero. Came off the bench, 16 minutes, came to play. Like, ain't played this, ain't played that, ain't got a lot of minutes. He's a professional. He keeps his body ready, keeps his mind ready, keeps his mentality ready. Every time you hear him talk, anytime they interview him, this man is ready. I love players like Yogi Ferrell. I love Yogi Ferrell. Thank you, Yogi Ferrell. Oh, thank you for being a professional, man. I love it. 9 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. Hit both of his free throws, +5. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, only 1 turnover. Dwayne Dedmon got 7 minutes tonight. How interesting, what a flip-flop, right? Dwayne Dedmon and Rashawn Holmes. What a trip. We didn't see that coming. And I wanted Dwayne Dedmon here, and I'm still glad he's here. With him, I think it's just going to take a little bit more time for him to get into the flow. And I will even go as far as saying that he might earn his starting spot back. But if not, and we just put Bags at the 5, which I think is the smartest thing to do at this point when Bags comes back. Bags goes to the 5, Belly at the 4, Barnes at the 3, Buddy and Fox at the 1. Fox gonna be gone for a while. Bags is gonna come back before Fox does. So Cory Joseph at the 1. Man, with Bogdanovich coming off the bench as the 6th man, and then Yogi Ferrell coming to give him a break at times. That's just a lot of scoring, man, and we just got to have the defense be there, and I think we'll just be just fine with that. I think we can get by with Buddy Hield and Cory Joseph, and, especially with Trevor Ariza anchoring it. Now, let's go back to that. So Dwayne Dedmon, 2 points, 1 of 4, didn't shoot any threes, and probably because his 3-point shot has been horrible. I mean, I remember watching that thing go in last year for Atlanta. It is such a flat and bad shot right now. He's in his head right now, and I can tell. Dwayne Dedmon's in his head. Once he gets out, and as we continue to just play basketball, he'll be just fine. But I really love that guy. He's a fantastic character, fantastic individual. Excuse me. 3 rebounds, so he still got in there and bang a little bit. 1 turnover, but he got 1 block. So he's playing the defense, and that's what he will do. He's a capable defender, and he will play the defense. That's what we need. Harry Jizzle got in 6 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field. 2 rebounds, 1 turnover though, and then he had 3 fouls. And Jizzle just be excited, so But hey, he's a dog. I love it. And then Trevor Ariza came in 4 minutes. He had 1 rebound, had 2 steals again. But again, this doesn't tell the whole story. He came in and played some serious defense and had them boys shuffling. You know what I mean? So again, Trevor Ariza, respect it. But there it goes, y'all. Closing thoughts, really. Let's see. Honestly, I'm glad we took care of business and we saw an opportunity where a team who is projected to be doing better, but who just doesn't have the people stepping up right now, and then kind of got bit with the injury bug a little bit. Of course, Nurkic from last year, and then Rodney Hood from this year. We had to take care of business, and they're kind of down a little bit, and we did, and we kept our foot on their throats for the most part too. And that's big. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure. I don't know if this thing glitching out or if it's me. Sometimes I can't tell. But it was very important for us to hold our composure. They tried to make a few runs to come back. We really didn't let them. And overall, it seems like our mentality alone is what assisted us with coming back and keeping the victory. Ooh, it's pissed. It does not like this view. Okay, are we doing better now? Not by much. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. This thing is Tripping. Oh, holy smokes. Yeah, this thing is tripping out big time. I don't know what this thing is so pissed off about, but I'm going to go back to this view because apparently it likes that view better for whatever reason. All right. Sorry about that. I'll be taking off soon anyway, but yeah, y'all, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being with me. Tap will be back soon, and then we'll be covering more games. I'm going to try to get these tech issues figured out because as much as I know about technology, I know that there's something specifically going on with my app. I might actually have to contact tech support, which I don't love doing, but I ain't got no pride. It's just all about getting the job done so we can be here for y'all and whatnot. So thanks so much for stopping by. We appreciate it. It's your boy Skip.